Listen to Cookout Podcast, episode 432. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and today we're going to talk about a Selesnia deck wearing a cowboy hat. Now hit our theme song! Hey Ryan, we're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
A whole bunch is going down. I punched my mic out. I had one of my favorite intros of all time.
That was one of the hugest intros ever. Rest in peace, everyone wearing headphones, including producer Gary. He's in there. He's dead. Just his hands are
his eye is bleeding a little bit. I feel kind of bad. But what is going down? We have stories to tell, people to thank, lots of stuff to get into. But before we get to any of that stuff, you have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs, and Pile of Bones Brewing Co. They are the official beer sponsors of CCO Sidewalk Slam Season 2 right here on YouTube. And they're the second coolest thing to come out of the Queen City.
Yeah, very much so. And perfect timing for the TV as well, which you'd see if you're watching on YouTube.
Which you should be!
Yes, very much so. Editor Joe works very hard, so you should be watching. You should be subscribed. We're saying all the YouTube stuff that producer Gary hates.
Yeah.
And Editor Joe, he's done a couple CCOs now and had some super awesome feedback for us, none of which we listened to.
Listen to none of it.
Yeah. So he's going to see it and think we forgot, but we're acknowledging that we didn't forget. We're just not listening.
Yeah, we're the one doing this, dog. He's just holding its head.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a doggy style joke.
I
and
just
holding
did.
the head.
I
That's what that was?
did. Yeah.
Okay, we are talking about the same thing, which never happened.
That is rare.
You know, not rare is me going to FusionGamingOnline.com and using CCO Save promo code.
The promo code.
Yeah, just used it.
Me too.
Did you get some Thunder Junkshies?
I sure did.
What did you get?
I guess I didn't get Thunder Junkshy stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on.
No, I got stuff for a Thunder Junkshy deck.
Oh,
Becca, I got some quartz.
Yes.
And I got a sword.
Oh.
And I got one of those enchantments that flips over into a land.
We're playing one of those today.
And what else did I get? I got something else that was like, man, this is too many dollars, but I'm going to get it because it's from Fusion Gaming. I'm going to save a bunch of money on this thing. And I wasn't even going to buy it anyway. Prismatic Vista, special guest Prismatic Vista is what I got.
Yeah, Prizzy V. Yeah,
There's still one there as of recording, so if you want one of those.
That's a good card.
Prismatic Vista, very good card. We did all sorts of videos on it back when it was released.
Fetch land for just basics.
Yep, any basic.
And not tapped. Like your old faithful Terramorphic Expanse.
Correct.
Good card too.
Yes.
I play that card.
You could cut it for Prismatic Vista.
Could.
Or you could play both.
Won't. Only bad cards. Only bad cards. You can get those too. FusionGamingOnline.com.
Yes.
CCO Save promo code. Save money.
On stuff you're going to buy
Good.
anyway.
First time shoppers. We got some new subs, new people listening to the show, checking out the studio. And if you're going to spend over $100, like if you're going to get a booster box, or if you are, what other stuff like can you spend a lot of money on? Oh,
board games. Have you ever bought a board game?
Oversized 6 foot wide play mats, like the big ones.
Do they have those?
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Like the wargaming ones.
Yeah, no, they're Magic ones.
Are they?
Like the ones we play on at the LGS. Like that.
Oh.
You can get those. Use CCO Perks promo code. That's going to get you 10% store credit kickback. That's like a 10% discount. Let's call that what it is.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. So,
yeah.
FusiG, go there. Speaking of places you should go, CommandFest Vancouver.
Yes, you should go there.
Man.
You can meet us. We're going to be there.
You know who you can meet, and you don't know this yet. Okay. Live on air, beep, 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 CCO exclusive.
Oh.
The coolest thing to come out of Regina, Saskatchewan.
No.
Our good friend Keel.
Oh, shit. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love when Keel goes places with us.
Yes. Now, he was like 90%, and he was looking to shack up with Jared Sink Guy. Same place.
Yeah,
same place, downtown Vancouver.
Yep.
I don't want to say that he has confirmed, but me saying this on the show
Has confirmed it.
It has confirmed it.
Yes.
So
excellent.
now he has to get that time off work. He has to.
Yes.
And he has to come to Vancouver to play Magic and drink beer for 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, so fun.
Man, I love drinking beer for 3 days.
Yeah. So big thanks to Face Games. They're having us out for that.
Yeah.
We're going to have the creator booth. Nay, we are going to be running the creator booth. You know how it works, right?
Yeah, we do.
And we're going to have some new CCO merch. I got the shirt. You didn't wear the shirt today, but we've got...
Did I have the shirt? Yes, I do.
The 3-color glitchy shirt?
Oh, yeah, it's in the laundry.
Oh, frick.
Because I wear it everywhere. I wear it all over the place.
Yeah, we're
It's
going
a
to have
fun
new
shirt.
merch. We've got the enamel pins. We're going to have new hats. We're going to have new shirts. And we're going to have the booth. And if you want to be there and you want to get a discount, because that's what we do on Commander Cookout, the Discount Cookout Podcast. It sounds like the thrift store beside Costco.
DCO?
Uncle Wiener's Costco discount store, right? People are laughing. That's actually what it's frickin' called.
It is called
Wiener's.
Uncle Wiener's, yeah.
I'm very reasonably sure that these lights right here, those ones, those came from Uncle Wiener's.
Man.
Because they got those.
They have everything. You get like neon signs and like those big chains that they used in making Aliens.
Yeah, and
man, you know what I'm doing this afternoon? Going to watch Alien in the theaters.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man.
Hold on, we didn't finish the podcasting business.
Oh,
you could just
damn it.
CCO promo code is going to get you a discount at CommandFest Vancouver. That's the first thing.
On your Commander package, so you could play games with us.
Yeah, very much so. You're going to get the vouchers, you get like packs in the bag, and you get all like the deck box and the sleeves and stuff. You get all the stuff.
And some kind of gift from us. Usually they have like a thing, and when people come up and say,
yeah.
we use the promo code, we give you a thing. I assume they're going to do that again.
They are.
Good.
They are. I don't know what the prizes are going to be. People always ask.
Oh, I bet you it's a Stairway to Ancients?
Is that the promo?
That land that we've...
No, you get that just for showing up. That's in the swag bag that you get. It's probably going to be like stuff that Kelly, the event manager, finds on Hastings Street. Like just like some empty food wrappers and like somebody's severed toe.
Baggies of baking powder.
Totally baking powder. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, we all know that,
like
right?
Uncle Brando's totally drinking coffee in the morning. That kind of stuff.
That's what we do in the morning, is drink coffee.
Yeah.
As everybody who's ever been around at a CCO experience knows, I drink coffee every morning.
Oh yeah, and lots.
Lots of
like 8 coffees.
All day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day in the command zone. I've got the world record for drinking coffee in the command zone, I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
Uncle Brando's trying to challenge that. He's
I'll get there.
He's preparing. He's training.
5-ounce curls, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. 5-ounce curls. I was trying to do a segue, but I got a couple pieces of business here.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
I know you just want to talk about aliens, and now I'm stalling on.
Yeah, I want to talk about Alien. God damn it.
Okay, maybe this guy's an alien.
This
guy, out of this world.
He came out of a fucked up tulip.
Most recent Patreon supporter, Jordan Nodell. It's got to be Nodal.
Nodell?
Know-it-all?
What's something that rhymes with Dell but really means either wiener or butthole?
Adele.
No coin purse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a story.
Coin purse.
I got a story, but I'm not going to tell it until you get to talk about aliens.
Aw, that's so fun.
But we're going to go back to no coin purse. We're not leaving that. We are not leaving that. So just let that stew.
Yeah.
Let that coin purse simmer for a minute.
Welcome aboard. And F you also.
Yeah, Jordan, big thanks. Patreon.com/CCO Podcast. Yes. He went there. He got this coin pursey nickname. He got into the Discord. Everybody gave him middle fingers, finger blasted him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
And hey, I saw a lot of the times I'll get like a Patreon email, like a notification that somebody joined. Thank you if that's you.
Yes.
And if they're already linked up between Patreon and Discord, they're already linked up, then the invite to our Discord just automatically happens.
Sick.
So I'll get the email on my phone and then frickin' go to Discord immediately and I see that the finger blasting is under like full swing, full finger. And there was like 20 of them.
Oh, damn.
And there were some good ones.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And I commented that like we got some professional finger blasters in the nation. And man, Jordan sure found out the hard way.
Was it Guy Pizza that made the brash taunter giving the finger gif?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Somebody in the nation made one of those, and I had it saved on my phone, and now I can't find it. So if it was you, please send it to me so I can have it again.
Yeah.
Because I use it all the time, but now it's gone.
You do, yes.
Yes.
Okay, speaking of all the time.
Alien.
Nope.
Damn it.
Last week's giveaway winner.
Man, what did they guess?
They commented on the worst pre-con from last week's pre-show, which you should totally watch because we're putting a little bit more time into that, and it looks upgraded, and we're doing it in the studio, and we preview the deck and what we're going to talk about. So the pre-show, lots of good value there now.
Now, is this a randomly selected one, or did you pick the person that had the most well thought out answer?
Yes.
What?
He was talking about the Timir? Who am I?
Teamer?
The Teamer.
Oh, wait, Kambal, right? Not Kambal.
No, the
bubblegum machine.
yeah,
that
that
piece
one.
of shit gremlin.
Yes, from March of the Machine.
Yeah, I actually saw him a little while ago. That card, not him personally, or the guy that answered the question.
Yes.
And people were making the point, this guy's not nearly as bad as everybody thought he is. And the reason he's not nearly as bad today as he was back then is because there's been 87 different artifact tokens now.
Yes.
So he'll make bigger dudes, pardon me. But at the time, there was 3? And the deck made 1. That deck sucks.
That sucks.
Good choice.
Good choice. Okay, Sergeant Tank Teddy. I have
That's definitely his real name.
I have to assume that SGT is short for Sergeant.
Yes.
SGT Tank Teddy?
Yeah.
I want to know what a Tank Teddy is.
What's a teddy that rides a tank? Or it's a teddy with tanks on it.
Or it's like a real huge jacked teddy that is a tank in like a tank like in an RPG.
Or maybe a guy named Teddy who drives a tank.
Oh, maybe it's not a bear at all. Maybe it's a guy.
Maybe it's a hairy dude.
Maybe it's a guy named Theodore.
Maybe.
Yes, Sergeant Theodore, the tank driver, like our buddy JJ who drove a tank through a house one time.
Man, that's awesome, hey?
My kid always says, "Is JJ the guy that drove the tank through the house, Dad?" Yes. Why did he do that? Because he was in the army. I don't know.
That's what you do.
Because he was at war. You're gonna drive tanks through buildings.
Yeah, that's like the one war story he'd tell us.
Yeah. Why didn't he shoot it? I don't know. You've got a limited number of bullets in a tank, but you can drive it through stuff.
And I mean,
free of charge.
Valor isn't old enough to know this yet. But if you have the opportunity to drive over anything with a vehicle, you should take it.
Yeah, especially if that thing is a house.
Consequence-free? Oh, yeah.
And you're in a tank.
Who doesn't want to drive a car through a house? Who doesn't want to do
that? Like on Twister when the guy drives the truck through the house?
I want to do that so bad.
Yes.
So bad.
Oh,
but
yeah,
the thing that stops me is I only have one truck.
Dude,
and if
for
I wreck it, I won't have
30
any.
years I've wanted to do that.
Oh, man.
You know what we got to do? We haven't said thank you to producer Gary and the Dufferin Avenue Media Network studio. When they build like their secondary studio out in the country, it's kind of by my house actually. Maybe we can drive a truck through something there. I'm not going to say that we're doing that, but we know Keel's coming to Vancouver, so if we get a truck and there's a studio out there with cameras, we might have to drive it through something.
We could do that.
Yeah, 100% confirmed.
Probably can, yes.
Okay.
Alien.
So we've got a deck.
God damn it.
Okay, you're going to watch Alien at the movie theater.
That's really the whole story. That's the whole story. No, it's the 45th anniversary for Alien this weekend as we're talking. And
45?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to go see it in the theater for the very first time, just like I saw Jaws, which little known fact, it's my favorite movie of all time. I got to see it on the big screen, and it was so much fun with a bunch of my friends who've never actually seen Jaws before, which is so weird. And so we're going to do the same with Alien, where I'm going with a whole bunch of people who have never seen it. So I'm really looking forward to getting the theater experience for the first time with me, and a bunch of other people are going to see this touchstone of sci-fi horror for the first time. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
it's going to be really cool.
You know what? I'll tell you something.
Sure.
I have seen Jaws.
Excellent.
Though
I
have never seen Alien.
Really? It's at 3:50 this afternoon. You should come with us.
I'm planting trees today.
I'm
doing acreage stuff.
You're going to miss out, man.
I got to cut my grass 7 times.
They're going to need a bigger theater.
I assume that's an Alien joke.
That's a Jaws joke.
Oh, we're going to need a bigger boat, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah. Got there. Got there. Okay. Speaking of getting there.
Kambal. Yes.
Give him a read. Let's pull him up here.
So Kambal Profiteering Mayor is who we're doing today. He's a 2/4 human advisor for black and white and 1. He has whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your opponent's control.
Yep.
For each one of them, you create a tapped copy of it. And whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. So your token making ability triggers one time each turn.
Yep.
And your drain ability triggers each and every time you have some number of tokens come into play under your control. And that happens all the time.
Yeah, okay. So we got to say Curtis, Mr. Anderson Smith.
Give me the ring, Mr. Anderson. Hey, you know what I watched last night that had Hugo Weaving in it? Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh.
I did not know what that movie was about, but I knew it was a movie. I was not expecting Hugo Weaving to be in it.
I've never even heard of it.
It's about these 3 drag queens in Australia who buy a bus, like a bus motorhome, and kind of drive it, I guess, cross country to like do this gig, and they meet a bunch of people along the way, and
Sounds riveting.
it's actually pretty funny. It's a funny show.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Okay.
Who knew?
Well, Mr. Anderson, big thanks for sending the deck in. It's one of the benefits on the Patreon is we can see your decks in the deck list channels on Discord, so hop on.
You can also send them to commandercookout@gmail.com, which is also what you should do if you're the winner of our giveaway. You should go to commandercookout@gmail.com and give us your full address along with all your details, postal code, zip code, all that shit, your real name.
Yep.
And then let us know whether you want the stickers, the tokens, or the shitty old cards.
There you go.
Now back to the deck.
Okay, so we've got 2 kind of options here
Yes.
to really lean into with the build. Whenever we give an opponent a token,
Or whenever they make a token.
or whenever they make a token, we get said copy of token.
Yes.
Once per turn. So if we're going to be giving tokens, we want to be able to give them maybe on each turn, like on at instant speed, or activated abilities that produce tokens that we can activate on player 2, 3, 4 turn and our turn.
Right.
And we have to do it that way because it says once per turn. And they do that so they can make an ability like this and not just have it be broken every which way from Sunday.
Oh, yeah. If this was every time an opponent made a token, this thing would be just
Ridiculous.
brutal.
Yeah. Okay, so treasure tokens, creature tokens, blood tokens, like just random stuff that is tagged on. Like imagine you're playing with like some new cowboy hat cards and they get a mercenary token that taps to give +1 to target creature. We get those things.
Is this somebody plays their cockslide extortionist?
Oh, yeah. We get a bunch of treasures, right? Okay, so great. Whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under our control, so when we get those tokens that our opponents also get, or when we just make tokens,
Yes.
they lose a life, we gain a life.
Correct.
So our tokens get like extort,
Sort of, yeah.
right? Extort? That's the ability?
Yes.
But we don't have to pay for it.
Shitty extort, because we only gain 1 instead of 3.
Yes, you're right. What do we call this? Drain?
Drain.
We drain them?
Sure.
Drain them for 1? Because drain and gain, like people don't say that. They just say drain,
Yes.
right? Okay. So we can do both. We're going to kick things off with the ramp as we usually do. There's 9 pieces. Uncle Brando's going to rattle them off, and then we'll go back if we need to talk about any of them.
And I'm not even sure we do, but let's read them real quick. We have Talisman Hierarchy, Sol Ring, Smothering Tithe, Pitiless Plunderer, Phyrexian Altar, Marching, Duodrone, Land Tax, Ashnod's Altar, and Arcane Signet.
Wow. Okay, so we're playing both the combo altars,
Yep.
which is something that we're going to have to keep in mind. We can make a token and then sacrifice it for mana. We're draining and making a mana. Is there something that will give us another token under those circumstances?
Maybe? I don't even know,
We'll have to keep a look. We are playing Pitiless Plunderer.
Yep.
Whenever a creature you control dies, create a treasure token. There's the combo already. There's the combo already. We can sacrifice the treasure for mana. And then we get another.
No, it's not a dude. We have to turn our treasures into dudes.
Yeah,
in
we
that
got to
case,
turn our treasures into dudes. Yeah, dang.
which I don't think we can do in
Okay,
in
fine.
this. But Pitiless Plunderer, also, if somebody swings in at us and we block with a guy and that guy eats shit, we get a treasure.
And drain, right?
Yeah.
Because Pitiless Plunderer, when a creature dies, we make a treasure. That's
pretty good.
Marching Duodrone. We don't have to go back to this? What even is this card?
Whenever Marching and Duodrone attack, each player creates a treasure token, which means we make 1 treasure that's untapped and 3 that are tapped.
Ooh, that's really good.
That's pretty good.
That's
here,
a
hey?
good one.
It's a 2-drop mana rock for all you tryhards out there. What? Some head faking at the camera?
Yeah. I like. What's the one where when it dies, create a treasure? I like that one.
I like this one better than that because it happens every turn.
Yes. This is very much a you card, where that other one is very much a me card, where I'm
Yes.
trying to take advantage of multiple ETBs or dies.
Yep.
You're trying to take advantage of attacking.
I just want treasures and I want to punch somebody in the face.
Yes. Okay, so that's the lands.
I want to
or
get
the
money
ramp.
for punching someone in the face. There it is. Yeah.
We got 9 ramps. We got to move on to the 7 protections.
Let's do the interaction first.
Oh,
then
okay.
we'll do the protection because there's 2 protection sections.
Oh.
And one of them I feel might
Yes.
cause. We'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Let's do the interaction first.
Okay.
So we got unyielding gatekeeper.
Oh, unyielding gatekeeper. That is what I'm not going to. Okay, 3-2 for 2.
That's what I call my girlfriend's dad. Oh. That's-
I was gonna throw myself under the bus for being a gatekeeper, but no, you got there.
no gatekeepers in the nation.
No, just like no king shaming. Okay, 3-2 for 2. It's got disguise. What the fuck? I'm not even reading
I
that.
don't even care what disguise does.
Oh no, it's something to do with a 2-2. Oh no, it's like
It's morph.
It's the
It's
morph
fucking
one. Yeah,
morph.
it's the morph. Okay. When it's turned face up, exile target non-land permanent. If you controlled it, return it to the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, its controller creates a 2/2 white and blue detective. Man, can't we just play like Generous Gift? Which we are. We are playing Generous Gift, but
This one gets us a dude.
it costs 5. It costs 5 to do that. And our opponent gets a token, and we get the same token, and it
Or-
could save our guy. Like, I get it.
Or we could blink one of our own dudes, and we have a couple of dudes that we might want to blink. We got a bunch of dudes.
Yeah,
that could
okay, we'll
blink
get
in.
there.
So
Okay,
we'll,
okay.
We'll see where that guy comes into play.
We got a Swords to Path and Exile of Plowshares. We got those. We got Stroke of Midnight that gets rid of a thing and gives them a 1/1, which
gives
is-
us a 1/1.
Which gives us a 1/1. Okay, those are getting good, actually.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Skyclave Apparition is, that's kind of like O-Ring, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, we got Generous Gift, we got D-Spark, we got Dothy Voidwalker.
That guy's cool.
Yeah,
I like him.
Shadow 3/2 for 2, so it's already good. If a card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, it's exiled instead, which is good.
With a counter on it.
Sure, and we can sacrifice it and choose an exiled card with Dothy Voidwalker and play it.
Yes.
That's good.
That's really cool.
We got, hey, just like the studio we're in. Damn! Yeah. Destroy target creature, or you can overload it, destroy all creatures.
Black, kill a dude. White, 2, kill all the creatures.
Man, I wish that card was an instant, but said if you overloaded it, it has to be a sorcery.
Overload only is a sorcery?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I like
because then the destroy target creature would be really good.
that. Yeah.
Right? Instant speed, that's good. Okay, now we've got, oh man, okay.
Contraband livestock.
Contraband livestock. 2-drop, instant, exile target creature, then roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting there. 1-9. Its controller gets a 4/4. Okay, so we get a 4/4, and that's almost what we want.
Yeah,
we
we
want to
wanna-
roll a 1-9
Yes.
because then we get a 4/4, and we drain them.
Yes.
If you roll a 10-19, they get a 2/2, then we get a 2/2.
Right.
If we roll a 20, its controller gets a 0/1 goat.
Is that not the most CCO thing ever? It's the one dice rolling card that you want to roll a 1.
Yes.
Doesn't
Yes,
get more CCO than that.
Yes.
And then Anguished Unmaking is the last one.
Then we're playing a real card? What is
Yeah,
that
what the
about?
flying goddamn
Anguished Unmaking. Okay, let's get into the protection, and then we'll go to the other protection
Yes.
category.
The real protection.
Okay, so we got a Tef's Protection, Swiftfoot Boots, Lightning Greaves. We've got a Ghostly Prison, which is got to pay to attack, right? We've got a No Mercy. You like this
I
card.
love No Mercy. That's when a creature hits you, they die.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a stacks piece, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, just freaking wait,
Just
everybody.
wait.
Okay, we got a Karmic Justice.
I like that one.
When a spell or ability an opponent controls destroys a non-creature permanent we control, we get to destroy one of the same type of theirs. No?
No, we destroy a permanent they have.
Oh, straight up.
Yep.
So they could get like our enchantment, and then we can get a land of theirs or a destroy target permanent that opponent controls.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Biggest blowout I've ever seen in history.
Oh, yeah?
With a Karmic Justice.
Oh, tell me. I mean, I'm in on this.
Bunch of treasure tokens and a Karmic Justice is
Yeah.
what we have. Somebody goes... It was some kind of thing that kills all the artifacts.
Yep.
And it was just, the guy was just like, I mean, I could sack all of these to get some mana. Or I could let you kill them all and just wipe you off the planet.
Oh.
And they just killed all their land. It's like, you killed my 8 treasures, I'll kill all your land.
I love getting wiped.
Right? Just turned him into a shitty piece of toilet paper and flushed him. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh, good. I'm happy that happened.
that was nuts. Dink Shield is the next card.
We got Dink Shield, prevent all combat damage, and then for each 1 damage prevented this way, create a 2/1 white and black Dinkling creature token with flying. I've seen some blows with this card,
Yes.
man alive. And then last one, did we get them all?
Wait. Another blowout story. So I swings in for the win.
Okay.
And I'm talking like swing in for the goddamn win, as I want to be.
Yes.
In Toxrill.
Okay.
Buddy goes, Ink Shield, and makes a bunch of like 52 ones.
Okay.
And just like, I'm totally going to win. And I'll be like, I'll go to my end step. I'll shrink them all and make slugs. And then he's like,
Oh, no.
oh, it's so good.
Ink Shield, very powerful magic
Oh,
card.
I love that shit.
Now, speaking of powerful,
Powerful.
we got to power through this deck, or Editor Joe is going to come through these microphones and strangle us.
Yes.
Okay, we have got what Mr. Anderson is labeling a light stacks package. Now, before you turn the show off, because you hate stacks and you hate Commander Cookout, because we're talking about stacks and you hate it.
First of all, toughen up. Okay?
Okay.
Stop that.
Yes.
I talked to a few people on Twitter recently about stacks. Just, it's fine.
And the ones in this deck are quite light stacks pieces that aren't the lockdown, cockdown ones.
Yeah, they're not turning the game off. They're
Okay.
just doing stuff.
Elish Norn, Mother of Machines. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes an ability of ours to trigger, twice. Yours, none.
And there are some creatures in this deck that the ETB abilities are so bad, but so good.
Yes, it's so good. Okay, Elish Norn, the flip one. What does this one even do?
Flip Norn is whenever a source an opponent controls, deal damage to us. We prevent one of that I think it does damage to them. They lose 2 life unless they pay 1. That's how it works.
Sure.
And then you can pay some amount of mana and sack some amount of dudes to flip it over into a Saga. And the Saga makes incubator tokens.
Sure.
I forget how big they are. There's a bunch of them. And then the next
Too many
step,
words.
The next step kills everything that isn't a Phyrexian.
I don't
so it just
care.
leaves your dudes. And the last one
Don't care.
does something else.
Who cares?
And turns back into Elish Norn. That's a good card.
If
I
a
know
source
you
an
don't care.
opponent controls deals damage, like they lose 2 life unless they pay 1. That's what we're playing this card for.
Yes. Also the board wipe that leaves you with like 800 guys.
We should play a deck that has like 1 word of text. Send that deck in, CCO Nation. Yeah. That's what I'm into. I just dies. That's it. That's the word.
Yeah, that's all it does. Dies.
Or like fly. Or like just 1 word.
Tap green.
Tap. Green. Yeah, what does it do when it taps? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just taps.
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
Here's a card that's gonna get some people lit up. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Draneth Magistrate.
Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hand.
This card is getting better and better.
Oh, yeah.
And better and better and better and better every set.
This card's good.
This card is so damn good. But it turns off my commander. It also turns off all the free gimmicks to let people play 500 spells for free every turn.
Yes.
That's why this card is good. It's not because it stops you from playing your commander. It's because it stops you from cascading 42 times a turn, Ryan.
Yeah. Draneth and Linvala. We've got a 3/4 flying vigilance for 4. Activated abilities of creatures you control.
Opponent's control.
Opponent's control can't be activated.
Sick.
Good. Draneth and Linvala has all activated abilities of all creatures your opponents control. You can spend mana as though or mana of any color to activate those abilities. That's a good one.
So it turns their mana dorks off and gives you a mana dork, or turns their Krenko off. It does all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah. Boromir, Warden of the Tower. 3/3 for 3, vigilance, and whenever an opponent casts a spell, if they didn't spend mana to cast it, like a 0-drop or a free spell, you counter it. Yeah. And you can sacrifice Boromir to creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and the ring tempts you.
That's a hell of a card.
That card
That's
is very good.
Really good card.
Yeah. And then we've got Blind Obedience and Authority of the Consuls. Those have something to do with stuff your opponents control entering the battlefield tapped.
One of them also affects artifacts and has extort. The other one, you gain life when your opponents have a dude come into play.
Yes. So all of that's good. And that kind of fits in with the aristocratic feel that this deck is going to give us. So that's the stacks package. Doesn't actually feel that bad.
No, somebody stole my authorities of the council at EDH and the other night, and it just made my deck just not go anymore. I was so sad.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's play this. Let's do the value section
Yeah.
just real quick. That's got some actual aristocratic stuff.
Yeah, and these kind of feel like it's labeled value, but when we can give our opponents like 70 tokens over the course of a game, these end up being the payoffs and the win cons, right?
Yeah.
So, Wisp, Drinker, Vampire. Man, I want to drink some Wisps.
Why? They're ghosts. You want to drink ghosts?
Ooh, that sounds dirty. That one kind of looks like Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see. Okay, 2/4 for 4, flying, Vampire Rogue. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses a life, we gain a life.
Cool.
This is a good one.
Yep.
And you can pay 7 and do some power with Death Touch, Lifelink. I don't care about that part.
Your creatures that are small get Death Touch and Lifelink.
Sure. We've got a Nadir's Nightblade.
And a Mirkwood Bats. Both of these do damage to your opponent when tokens either come into play or leave, or in the case of Mirkwood Bats, both.
Oh, yeah. Very good. And we're going to be sacrificing tokens that we're getting, and they're going to drain when that happens.
Yep.
We're going to get them when they come in. They're going to drain when that happens. So lots of drain. This is starting to give me the aristocratic vibe without having Blood Artist and
Without doing all the aristocrats crap.
And then we've got an Elish Norn OG.
It gets Grand Cenobite.
Yes, your stuff gets small, my stuff get big.
Yes. So you give them a bunch of tokens, Elish Norn immediately kills them, you also get those tokens, and they are big.
Yes, and they've already drained, so you've already gotten your money's worth out of these tokens.
Yes.
And then we can hit you for 2 extra per token with that Elish Norn.
Yes.
Okay, we have got a card advantage section, which is...
This has some shit in it.
Yeah, let's try to get through them as quickly as we can, though, because ultimately, like, these are like jump through a bunch of hoops, draw a card or something.
We were talking about this on the pre-show, where
Yep.
it's really taking advantage of when White says, like, you do this, then I do this. You draw a card,
Yes.
I draw a card. You play a spell, I play a spell, etc.
Yeah. So the first one that does exactly that is Wedding Ring, an artifact for white 2. When it enters a battlefield, if you cast it, which we would in this deck, target opponent creates a token of Wedding Ring.
Yes.
So then we get another Wedding Ring, don't we?
No. We get Wedding Ring and they get a Wedding Ring. And then we would get a Wedding
Then
Ring.
we would get one because they make
Yeah.
a token of it. Okay,
That's
so
even-
we get 2 Wedding Rings.
That makes this even better.
Oh,
we're
man,
we're
that's-
polygamists.
Yeah, that's some
Yeah.
polygamy stuff right there. Okay, so whenever an opponent who controls an artifact named Wedding Ring draws a card during their turn, we draw a card. So we would draw 2 cards. Ooh. Okay, this card actually turned really good in this deck.
Yes.
Okay, whenever an opponent who controls an artifact named Wedding Ring gains life during their turn, we gain that much life.
Ooh.
Oh.
You know what I would do with Wedding Ring? As soon as Mr. Anderson, listened to this episode, I would take this suggestion. If you take one suggestion, this has to be it. I suggest you move Wedding Ring to the stacks section and then rename the stacks section the Salt Lake City section. Yeah!
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
You know. And they know.
We have a Skull Clamp.
Skull Clamp, yeah, we got a Shadrix Silver Quill. This is a big, not big, he's a 2/5. Elder Dragon in Orzhov color.
Cool.
Flying, double strike, so he's a 4/5, sure. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may choose 2. Each mode must target a different player.
Sure.
Target player gets a 2/1 black Dinkling creature token with flying.
And then we also get
And
one.
then we would get one, yeah, because we would target somebody else. Target player draws a card and loses a life.
That's us.
That's us. Or target player puts a +1 counter on each creature they control.
We might also do that.
I
but
like that
probably
one too.
not.
That's a good win con after we've like this kind of feels like Elish Norn 2,
Kinda.
right? Because we'll give them a guy that might die, and then we get a guy, and all of our guys get bigger.
Yes.
So that's a good one. Master of Ceremonies. Oh man, look at the text.
Look
on
at
this.
the fucking text on that.
Okay,
I think they made the font smaller.
At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent chooses money, friends, or secrets. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Cheese and rice already. For each player who chose money, you and that player each get a treasure token.
Ooh.
Okay. Friend, you each get a green 1/1.
Ooh.
Citizen, each secrets, draw a card. See how I expedited that?
So for money, we get 1 untapped treasure, 1 tapped treasure. And then for friends, we get one tapped dude, one untapped dude, and then we each draw a card.
Yeah.
That's fucking good. I like that.
Okay,
Never
yeah.
mind. That's a cool card.
Liliana Dreadhorde General.
Yeah.
I play this card, and it happens to be a good card. This might be the only good card I play.
Is it? What? No, that's a lie, right?
No, that's expensive.
What is this?
I don't know.
The card is either $90 or $15, depending on where you buy it.
Oh, man. You could save 5% if you buy it at Fusion.
That's
That's
the
for sure.
truth.
CCO save. 6 drop, 6 loyalty planeswalker. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card.
Sick.
Already good. I
Yeah.
would already play this card, especially in this deck when we don't give a shit about the tokens that we're sacking.
That's right.
Yeah. I hate guys. I want to sack them all. +1, you get a 2/2 zombie.
Sure.
-4, each player sacks 2 creatures.
Sick.
Yep. And -9, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each type, and then they sacrifice the rest, which includes lands, by the way.
That might as well just say win the game.
Yeah, that's a good.
It
One.
might as well just say win the game.
Okay. Idol of Oblivion, that gives us a card draw, or we can sacrifice it to make a token.
If you've made a token this turn.
Sure.
That's a cool card, man. Pay that card the respect.
I'm just thinking
it
about
deserves.
Editor Joe.
Editor Joe can wait.
Halo Fountain. I've played this card too. This one, not good. 3 drop. You go white, tap, untap creature you control, create a
Citizen.
citizen, a 1/1. White, white, tap, untap 2 creatures, draw a card.
Sure.
White, 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 tap. Also, untap 15 creatures you control. We might actually do that.
You could do that in this deck.
Pay off, win the game.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's surprisingly good in this. Actually, I played it in a fucking...
This card sucks.
I played this card in a Voltron deck, and I almost did it by accident.
Oh, man.
This is not... Especially since, remember, all the tokens that we make off of our opponents are tapped. And this doesn't say as a sorcery. So if
Oh,
somebody goes,
yeah.
lol, Cranko, make 35 tokens. You go, lol, white, 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 untap all those creatures I just made. I win. Oops.
Okay, that's cool.
Right? Like, that's a situation that's not impossible in a deck like this. It's not impossible.
Okay, you sold me. You
Right?
sold me on a bad card.
Right?
Like,
It's
who'd
the-
have thought?
It's the one time this card is actually good, and we're doing it here. That's why people watch the show, Ryan.
I suppose. Yeah. We got Esper Sentinel. That is not why.
Ristic Buddy.
Yep. Clackbridge Troll.
This is why. This is the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Remember them?
Yeah, yeah.
Except it's the troll that lives under the bridge.
Yeah, he's an 8/8 for 5. I like him already.
Keep reading, keep reading.
Trample and Haste. Oh, man. So how many mana is that worth? At least 8. Anyways, enters the battlefield. Opponents get 3 goats.
So do we.
So do we. At the beginning of combat on your turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature.
Yes.
Sure. If they do, tap Clackbridge Troll. You gain 3 life and draw a card. That card's good in this deck.
This card is so cool.
Because it's 5 mana, like, get 3 guys, draw a card.
Yeah.
And if I, like, kill your guys or Elish Norn you, you're just going to take 8.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that
That's
one.
so good.
Black Market Connections, that's draw a card, lose a life. Create a treasure token, lose a life. Make a dude, lose a life.
That's the second week in a row we've played that one.
Yep. Benny Brack's Zoologist, 4-drop, 3/2. At the beginning of each end step, if you create a token this turn, draw a card.
Cool.
That's the one token on each turn. That's the guy that we're going to want, right?
And we will. It also has Convoke.
Yeah, so we can use tokens to pay for it.
Yes.
Archivist of Ogma. I think we lost to this card on Sidewalk Slam one time, hey?
How?
I think Mono White Angel Aaron was playing it, and he ended up winning the game. Remember the game he played Giada? I think it was episode or game 7 of season 1.
Yeah, damn it.
Okay, so Flash, 2/2 for 2. Whenever an opponent searches their library, we gain a life and draw a card.
You know what I put in instead of this?
What is it?
Opposition Agent. Fuck them.
Oppo Agent?
Opposition Agent, baby.
Yeah, that's
do
a
it.
black.
Yeah, and if they're going to search their library, just get the card. Just to get it.
Just stomp their dink into the dirt. Turn their dink into a bookmark.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oppo Agent. You know what? Both. We're playing both.
Yeah, there we go. Play them both.
Okay. Alms Collector is our last card advantage card.
I like this card too.
Okay, another flasher.
Yeah.
Man, I love flashers. Flash them bookmarks, everybody. Okay, 3/4 Cat Cleric for 4 with flash. If an opponent would draw 2 or more cards, instead, we draw that card.
No, we and that opponent each draw a card.
Oh, come on. Come on, Alms Collector, grow up.
so
Be
they
better.
go brainstorm, and you go, ha! And then instead of doing the brainstorm thing, you each just draw a card. They
I
go,
like that.
Sphinx's rev for 40. Nah, I'll draw one, you draw one.
I like that.
So good.
I play Sphinx's Rev. Is that a good card?
Sphinx's Revelation?
That's a good card, isn't
It's fine. It's not as good as it was in Standard way back in the day, but it's a serviceable card.
Good in my lands deck.
Sure it is.
It's not any better there than anywhere else, I guess. Okay. Now, we talked about Sphinx's Rev. That's a good card. We're going to call it that. Alms Collector, good.
Yeah.
Archivist of Ogma, could be good.
It could be an opposition agent.
Let's talk about bad cards.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. You came to CCO for bad cards, right?
We got it.
All right.
Let's start with the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst. Every time I've ever talked about this card, it's about how bad it sucks.
This was the hint from the pre-show, by the way.
And today I have to eat my words because in this situation, just like Halo Fountain, this card is serviceable.
Man, look at CCO Nation proving us wrong and making us look like dummies ever since 2017. As if we need any help.
Enchantment Saga. Do you think people are screaming it at the thing yet? Chapters 1 and 2. Each opponent creates a 1/1 black rat rogue creature token.
Okay. And then we get those also.
Correct.
Okay.
So they each get 1, we get 3.
Yep.
Chapter 3, exile this saga, then return to the battlefield transformed under your control. This is tribute to Hirobi, by the way.
Yes.
So that we're all clear. Then it comes back as Echo of Death's Wail. It's a 3/3 with flying and haste. Whenever it enters the battlefield, gain control of all rat tokens, which is cool. So that's more tokens for us. And whenever it attacks, you can sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. And what I like about this is it doesn't say lose a life on it.
Yeah, we can just do it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm getting sick of that draw card, lose a life. Crap.
I'm not.
Sick of it.
I want to lose life. Hate life.
Nah.
Want
Life is like money. Just hate it.
I hate it.
Get rid
I
of
want it all gone. Except for my last one. That one's kind of important.
Yeah, that one's important.
Yeah.
War games.
War games. Okay. Another saga. Look at us go.
man.
Okay. 4-drop saga. Chapter. Let's go. 4 fucking chapters. Oh, God. Text. Ugh.
And again, the text is like this big.
Yeah. Okay. So
This
chapter
big.
1. Each player creates a 3. 3? We get 9 guys. 3 tapped 1/1 warrior creature tokens. Those tokens are goaded for as long as war game remains on the battlefield.
Bro, we get 12.
Is that how many we get?
Yes.
Oh, because each player.
Because we make 3,
Oh,
they
yeah.
make 3, they make 3, they make 3, we make 12.
Total.
Yes.
Oh, man. And ours are goaded.
Yes.
Ours are goaded, so if our opponent gained control of them, they could not attack us with them. They're all goaded. Okay. Chapter 2 and 3 put a +1 counter on each warrior creature. Each creature. Hopefully they're all dead from Elish Norn by this point.
Yes.
Okay. And then chapter 4, you may exile non-token creature you control. When you do, exile all warriors.
Yes. So if Elish Norn hasn't killed them all, they've all done their jobs. Now we can get rid of them.
Yeah, probably I've already sacrificed all of them to Ashnod's altar to make a ton of mana.
Yes.
Because I hate guys too. I hate guys, hate life, hate everything.
Yep.
Yeah, hate card drawn, hate magic.
Slaughter Specialist.
Oh, I don't hate her. Ooh.
Yeah, she's kind of sexy. We're talking about sex dungeons earlier.
Oh yeah, this
On the
girl has
pre-show,
like
I
5
think,
of them, I think.
Yeah, and this girl has at least 1.
Yeah, she.
Good for her.
Yeah, I mean she's literally slaying. Look at the background of the art.
She's a 3/3 for 2. Whenever she enters the battlefield, each opponent gets a 1/1 human creature token. We also get 3 of those based on the number of opponents we have. Whenever a creature an opponent controls eats shit, we put a +1/+1 counter on her.
You know what's funny is whenever we make a comment on a drawing of a lady on a computer screen that we find attractive, we get a comment on YouTube that's like this. Oh, boys, really starting to sound like the reason girls don't enter a local game store.
Really?
Yeah, almost every time.
Man.
Yeah, and I called it out now, so now it's going to double.
Man. I'm raging.
Raging.
Mondrak Glory Dominant.
Raging like a nerd. You're going to smash through the table and flip it.
Nerd Rage.
Yeah. Nerd Rage. Mondrak Glory Dominus. That's a token doubler.
Token Tripler.
Token tripler.
Yeah. And you can sack some dudes.
No, this is the doubler.
Isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, this is the doubler.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking the other one.
Yeah.
That was not in here.
OJ Tech or whatever. That one
Yeah.
could be in here. That's a good one.
That's a good card.
That's a good one. We got Luminarch Ascension.
Yep.
Whenever it's our turn and we don't lose life. No, I'll just read the card. At the beginning of each opponent's end step,
Yes.
if we didn't lose life during their turn, it gets a counter.
Yes.
When it got 3 counters, 3?
4.
4.
Yep.
We can pay 2 to get a 4/4 Flying Angel token.
Sick.
Yeah, that card is a trap.
Yes.
And trap cards are bad, and we play bad cards in this deck.
Yes. Although in this deck, it might be a little bit less of a thing because we probably have a fairly significant number of blockers unless we played it on turn 2. Although, if you drop it on turn 1 or 2 and your opponents just can't deal, you're going to get it.
Yeah, you're going to get it, and you're going to make a bunch of guys. I think the strategy, if you drop Luminarch Ascension on turn 2, and it immediately activates, or activates as early as it can, I think you just forego all other strategy and dump all your mana into making 4/4s as many and as early as possible, right?
Yes.
Because a 4/4 for 2 is better than probably, like, baseline
Virtually anything else.
anything else in your deck except for, like, the most powerful cards that you can't cast yet anyways because it's like turn 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You play Mondrak. When
Yeah.
you get to Mondrak mana, you play Mondrax. And you make 2 angels for 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And then probably by turn 5, I mean, you've probably made a few angels and somebody destroys it. It's fine.
This next card this is good. Prophecy special, my dudes. Here we go. Here we go.
My favorite Magic artist, Ron Spencer. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Enchantment from Prophecy, black 4. Yeah. Okay. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard.
Sick.
Then they put X 1/1 black minion creature tokens where X is that milled card's mana cost.
Yeah. So we also get them.
We also get those
So they get
tokens.
shitty dudes. We get shitty dudes. Sick.
Man, and if they mill a land, if everybody mills a land, nobody gets nothing. And it does nothing. And you spend 6 mana to literally sit there and do nothing.
But what if it's Alex and he's sitting there just totally color screwed and he's so salty and mad?
Yes.
And he's like, oh, dude, all I need to draw is a land. Specifically a mountain in this case. I just need a mountain. And then Infernal Genesis goes, mountain to your bin, Alex. And he goes,
Oh, no.
and the table just goes over.
Nerd rage. Alex is sitting there mana screwed thinking about, man, I wish this LGS had a bathroom.
Did I ever tell you about the time that Alex was mana screwed and the only reason he was playing was because he has an arcane signet and then I killed his arcane signet?
I bet you he liked that.
No, he hated that a lot. He was really mad.
Okay, we've got,
Oh, baby.
I'm going to use this prefix word, 3 hunted creatures.
I love these cards.
So a hunted creature is an undercosted creature. I'm going to say hunted Lamassu, 5/5 flyer for 4. When it ETBs, your opponents get something to hunt this with.
Yes.
In this case, a 4/4 horror creature token.
Yes.
We're also playing Hunted Horror. This is a 7/7 for 2.
For 2 with trample.
With Trample, they get 2 3/3 green Centaur creature tokens.
With protection from black.
Sure. We would also get those.
Yes.
And you play that one, Hunted Horror, right?
I sure do. Play that shit in Toxrow.
I play this one, Hunted Bone Brute.
Yeah.
I should put this in my bone deck. Yeah. A 6/2 for 3 with Menace enters the battlefield. Target opponent creates 2 1/1 white dog creature tokens. When it dies, each opponent loses 1 life. It's got Disguise, which is Morph. I don't care about that.
3 life.
3 life?
It's 3 life.
What did I say?
1 life.
3 life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So,
feel like they chickened out on Hunted Bone Brute.
why?
I think they did. Well, because it's a 6/2, and it just dies on the things that it makes.
Oh, yeah. They should have made it a 6/3.
The other hunted creatures all kind of race with the things that they make, right? Like the Hunted Horror, as long as they don't attack you back with those 2 3/3s, they can just block the Hunted Horror all day long and take 1.
Yeah.
1.
You know what? Looking at the card, like breaking this card down, it's got Disguise. So if it's face down, disguised, and you hit them for 2 and they don't block, you can flip it up.
Yeah.
And then they take 6, right?
Chickened out.
If they do block it and you need to get the damage in, they block it, you're 2 damage because it's face down. You flip it face up and it dies, then they take 3.
Yeah.
Right? So like the card makes sense from
It makes sense from a mechanical point of
yeah.
view, but like I want it to be a 6/6 for 3.
yeah.
That's what I want.
You know what?
I think at 4 guys.
In
you get
Lord of
4
Tressorhorn, I do want it to die. So 6/2, good stuff.
Do it.
Good stuff. Dies to a stiff breeze.
Curse of Disturbance.
It's a curse. You attach it to whenever enchanted player is attacked. You attach your opponent, I guess.
Yep.
Create a 2/2 black zombie creature. Each opponent attacking that player does the same.
Yes.
Oh.
So whenever somebody, let's say I curse you, somebody attacks you, they get a zombie, I get a zombie, or I get a zombie.
Yes.
Everybody gets a zombie.
Yes. Okay. Charismatic Conqueror.
This is a cool card. This is a cool card.
We'll give it a read.
It's a 2/2 for 2.
Yep.
Vampire Soldier with Vidge. Whenever an artifact or creature enters the battlefield untapped and under an opponent's control, they may tap that permanent. If they don't, we get a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink.
This is cool.
Yeah.
This is a cool card.
It's a cool card.
Oh.
It's kind of like Authority of the Consoles, but like a choice card. I like that.
Sure.
Because it slows down their treasures, it slows down their stupid tokens, or if they're making hasty goblins, for example, now we can block them.
Yeah. Last card in the deck.
Yes.
Anointy P.
That's a good one.
Token doubler.
Yes.
We should have read it with Mondrak or whatever. But
We could probably replace Mondrak or Anointed Procession with that other guy.
OG Tech.
OG Tech.
OG Tech token tripler guy.
Token tripler guy, yeah.
Just run them both. Every white inclusive token deck runs all three. Probably Mr. Anderson just didn't have one.
Just didn't own one, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the deck. Let's move over to some strengths and weaknesses.
Sure.
Okay. I always like to highlight new hotness, something cool, something different, something that is a new take on tokens or aristocrats or whatever. This deck is it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that we're taking a thing that's typically a green-white strategy and making it into an Orzhov strategy.
And
without just turning it into another fucking aristocrats deck.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? It does the unexpected thing with a new card.
Yeah.
Even though most Orzhov Legends are just aristocrats pieces. This one is not, and that's cool.
I mentioned this in the pre-show, I think. Sure. It gives us the ability to find a way to 3-4 card combo.
Yes.
Right? With sacrificing a creature to maybe make another creature on an activated ability or like a token, because that drain ability when we get a token happens all the time.
Yeah.
And we're playing cards that are good, like the token doublers, like Ashnod and Phyrexian Altar, right? All of those are strengths, but we've got another strength.
Ooh.
It plays janky stuff.
Yes, it does.
Plays janky stuff that all works together. Like the hunted creatures and stuff, right?
There's a real chance you could win with Halo Fountain.
I want to win with Halo Fountain.
Like, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Very good. And the last thing I've highlighted is something that you've already a little bit mentioned, but I'll agree. It has that Selesnia feel, but it's Orzhov, but it's not the traditional Orzhov
Yeah.
variety or whatever.
It just does something different in an actual different way. It's not you forcing variety in your deck. It just gives it to you, which is cool.
I've got a couple weaknesses.
Ah, yes.
As of with any card that says once per turn, they are significantly like limiting the power output potential.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You're giving your opponent stuff. Never good.
Yes.
Never good. So you have to be careful. You have to be able to negate their benefit from it, or really, really, really take advantage of our benefit from that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think another weakness of this deck is it does play a bunch of really high power stuff that does have stigma attached to it. Like it does play all the token doublers, and it plays all the best ramp. It doesn't play the white 2 enchantment that has Obeka on it, that you draw a card every time an opponent draws their second card, plays their second spell, or attacks with 2 creatures, and it should be.
But it's got all of the other stuff that works like that, like 3 different Elish Norns and Wedding Ring and all the stuff, right?
Yeah, but so many people are going to go, oh my god, you're playing Drannith Magistrate, kill you first.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's one of those. It does kind of come with the thing, and because it's doing something a little jankier and easier to disrupt, it's going to be more difficult for you to overcome an entire table of people trying to hammer you.
Yeah. That's fine.
It has the capability to do it, but it could be difficult.
That's fine. Let's move to the budgie section.
As it sits right now, this deck could be yours for the low price of 800 United States Freedom Units or 52,509 Beaver Bucks.
Yes, you could mortgage your house to afford this deck, and that's fantastic. Most expensive cards in the deck, we're looking at Tef's Protection. Yeah. Do we need it?
No.
We don't need that one.
No.
You
never need it. It's cool to have, but you never need
suppose,
Tef's Protection.
I think Tef's Protection gets a little bit of a bump in my estimation in this deck because the way phasing works, and it doesn't affect our tokens. Like blinking to save your guy would actually get rid of your tokens.
Sure.
So that's fine. We've got a couple Elish Norns. We've got a couple fetch land and Shocklands.
Is Test Protection the most expensive card in the deck?
No, I'm going through the motions here.
Okay.
Going through the motions. We do have a Liliana Dreadhorde General.
Are you sure? She can't be $90. That
look her
has
up.
to be a
Let's
mistake.
look her up.
That has to be a
Let's
mistake.
look her up. How do we look her up? Man, I don't know how to use this frickin'. I'm just going right here.
Maybe they're...
$13.
Yeah, like
13. Okay. Yeah.
Because she's
whatever.
reprinted a bunch of times. I just opened a foil one of her like 3 weeks ago. Like, she can't be worth
Man,
that.
I actually have a foil one.
She
already.
can't be worth any money because I opened it.
Yeah. Now, we are playing the token doublers.
Yes.
And Anointed Procession and Mondrak. Do we need these in this deck? They sure make it work good.
They make the deck so much better, but I think you could, if you leaned heavier on maybe finding ways to give your opponents more stuff, you could probably get away with not running them. And I would argue that, again, knowing we were going to do this deck this week, when I was playing games, I just sort of looked at like who's making just tokens incidentally. Could I get enough value without really forcing it? And I think there's enough incidental token stuff that you could probably make a deck work without playing these.
Yeah. And to save yourself like $120 almost on 2 cards.
Yeah.
That's something that you could definitely go away from.
If you own them, play them.
Yes.
If you don't, you're fine.
If you wanted to take them out and opt for a more combo-centric route, you'd have to keep like the Phyrexian Altar and Ashnod's Altar in there that do also have a kind of a commanding price tag.
Smothering Tithe as well, which I guess is pretty good. But
Yeah, like I don't know. Do we need those? They too have the combo stigma, kill on sight stigma. Yeah. So if you want to save yourself $50 or $60, and with all of those savings, you would be looking at like cutting $300 off the deck, which still makes it like a $300 or $400 deck. But
as we talk about, when you invest in the cards here, there's lots of cards you're going to play somewhere else. It's not like you're buying this old reserve list rare that costs $100 that only goes in this deck.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff here that just goes in any black or white deck you're going to build, and you could flip this into something else fairly easily by just cutting all of the bad token giving stuff and replacing it with aristocrats. Now you have a stout aristocrats
deck. Yeah. Or you lean into... Maybe you lean into it even harder, and then it kind of goes away from being your good aristocrats deck that has the potential to go wide or go big drain close to combo. Sure. And you could make it like your lower power, like my Lord of Tressorhorn deck, where it has the ability to kill you immediately, but mostly it's when it dies creatures that are just all kind of shitty, right? And it steals wins. Just because it's cheap and just because it's not very powerful doesn't mean it can't win. So if you don't have the budget or the collection to support, the Phyrexian Altars, the Smothering Ties, the Anointed Processions, the Mondrak, if you don't have the budget to support that, doesn't mean you can't play this deck or strategy. You just have to a little bit shift the focus on what the game state looks like and how you politic, and you'll steal wins with a deck like this easy.
And you rely on the kindness of others. I'm going to make a sapling. I'll make a sapling. I'm going to make a bunch of squirrels. Me too.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, Elish Norn, die.
Lol.
Yeah, see, steal games. Yep. That's exactly how it works.
I was going to say, we could just jam Toxrill, but he has blue in his text
He
box.
does have blue, yes. You could put Toxrill in my Lord of Tressorhorn deck.
Do you?
No.
Probably should.
No.
Man, he's so
Does he say when he dies, do something?
All of his little sluggos do.
Cut him. Cut him. Don't play him. If you want to pick up a Lord of Tressorhorn or a Kambal or a Phyrexian Altar.
Or I want to pick a card too. Damn. Yep.
You can go to fusiongamingonline.com. Promo code right there. You see it on YouTube. CCO Save. That's the current code. And you're going to get a discount. You're going to buy the stuff anyways. The money is going to be leaving your wallet. You might as well have less of it leave.
You can keep more of it. Or spend all of it and get more stuff.
Oh, I like that.
I like that one
I
too.
hate owning money, but love owning stuff.
Yes. Stuff is better than money anyway.
I hate stuff, actually. I shouldn't say that.
I love stuff.
I hate stuff.
I love having stuff.
Well, you can get stuff at Fusion Gaming Online.
Oh, you know what you could get? Forbidden Orchard. That's the one that taps for a mana of any color. An opponent gets a ghost. A shitty ghost that doesn't fly.
Oh,
and we also get a shitty ghost.
Yeah. Okay, get that one. That's card of the week. Made it up. Just made that up right now. We haven't done a card of the week for a while, but Forbidden Orchard, and not in the list. Yeah.
Mr. Anderson probably
got,
didn't think of it.
You got a tisk. You got a Uncle Brando's tisk Emporium. Okay. Big thanks to Pile of Bones Brewery, second coolest thing to come out of Regina, Saskatchewan.
We're going to hang out with the first coolest thing later. That's so cool.
Yeah, very much so. In CommandFest Vancouver, we're going to be there. I'm going Thursday to Monday. You're going Wednesday to Wednesday. We're going to be there the whole time. Stop by the CCO booth. New merch. Very cool. Yeah. Command packs, if you haven't bought them already, the packages that you use to, like, the tickets to play games with.
Yes.
Promo code CCO. You're going to get a discount there and a gift from the boys.
Yeah, and if you just are in the city and want to come by and say hi, the hall entry is free.
Yeah,
this isn't a Command Fest or a Magic Con or whatever. You got to pay $100 to walk in the door. You just show up downtown for lunch. You can come down, say hi to us, and peace out if you want.
Drink some beer and then scram.
Yeah.
Beat it. Kick rocks. Pound sand at the beach in Vancouver.
Yeah. Make like a baby and head out.
Yes. We're gonna leave.
Make like a chainsaw and leave. What else is there?
Oh, there's some dirty ones, but I'm leaving it. Final thought of the day.
Final thought of the day. This deck is super cool, Mr. Anderson. Thank you so much for sending it in. I'm always happy to be able to say, in a cowboy hat.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like I only have a few more weeks to do that before we're inundated with furries and shit.
Very much so.
But we'll get to Redwall when we get to Redwall. But in the meantime, keep sending your decks in, commandercookout@gmail.com or in the deck list channel. Remember to tag me so I can see it, because I'm not very good at Discord and I have a hard time navigating it on my phone.
Because he's old.
It's because I was born in 93 BC, and that's just how it is. In any case, thanks again for listening. Thanks for watching if you're watching on YouTube, which you should be. And we'll see you back here next week for another exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!